Welcome back to the final week before the All-Star Game festivities. We're 44-37 at the end of June at the current moment. We did drop an entire series against the Motor City Mustangs, who are starting to find their way again above the 500 mark. The Ottawa Beavers as well. They took 2 out of 3 versus us this last series, and they have been on a tear recently. Now leading the division by 3.5 games. Last time we played, we were a good few games ahead of them, so they've had a terrific month of June. Currently, the Phantoms own the second wildcard spot, which we are down about a game in terms of that. Pitching's just kind of gone off the deep end with the exception of Newsom and Reyes. So Newsom, ERA still in the mid-3s, closer to 4 now, but 7-7, doing pretty well. Blue Reyes, though, I mean, he's just been dealing so far this season. Might be one of the top all-star vote getters. 12-2 with an ERA just below 2.5. Not really any strikeouts, which the game tends to love in terms of like the all-star voting and awards and stuff. So he's averaging a strikeout like every other inning, if that. But again, just been dealing so far. Bullpen's been kind of letting us down aside from Estrada and the middle relief guys. And then the setup and closers have been doing well. But the other, long relievers, middle relievers, not great. ERA's around 5. Also, Ryan Bauer, we had a quality start with him in our last game. His ERA has ballooned all the way up to 7. So we might consider getting rid of him. He's kind of old, 37 years old. Last year of his contract. And I'll switch over to AAA here. Joe Johnson has been absolutely doing work in AAA, one of our top prospects for a starting pitcher, so I'll probably call him up. He's an ERA in the low 2s, but I'll do that probably around the All-Star break for the next episode, since I'm not really sure if I'll play the full game. I'll probably do like the All-Star game using our controlled players, home run derby if applicable. The other thing I noticed is we have Theodore Chung, who is a left-handed reliever in our closer spot right now, 4-0, 2.23 ERA, so we might call him up since we have a lack of lefties in the bullpen, but might make a few trades. We might move Johnson up, we'll move Chung up, and then maybe see if we can get anything for Bauer in the rotation. Here's a look at the lineup. Philip Sato has moved into the lineup. Not sure if we just called him up from the bench or something. Salgado's currently on the bench, even though he's still on fire. Cabrera, Cervantes, cold streaks. We keep moving Ricky Taylor to like the 4 and 5 hole hitters, so I might have to adjust that. Campillo has gone down to about 306 for the average, so still a great season up to this point, but a lot of our hitters are kind of around that like 290 to 300 mark now, or they're in like the 250 and below range. Navarro's still batting 196, so we might look for a different second baseman as a part of any trades that we might be making. We don't really have many infielders as is. The game has been controlling the moves that we've been making, though, recently. So I think they actually sent down Callahan, since he's been falling on some hard times with his rankings and stuff. Batting 259 this season. But again, he's 38 years old, and his defense is the best part of him. So we'll be getting some younger guys' chances here with Casto and Tejada. I mean, this guy's another old guy too, though, actually, now that I look. Older too. Like, we might just have to cut loose some of these older guys who are starting to, degrade overall, and then maybe call back up some other players. I feel bad for Richie Dalton too. He got called up for one game, got his first major league hit, and then a double after that, and then we sent him right back down after that. That was the only game he played with us in the MLB, so at least he made his debut and got a hit. That's all you can really ask for if you're a player in the minor leagues most of your life. At least that one shot to get your hit in the MLB. But yeah, some changes might be coming after this game. We're going to play the Columbus Defenders first, and then again, we might do some moves and trades during the All-Star Weekend next episode. I'm excited to use Lou Reyes since he's been on fire recently. I mean, if I were making decisions, I'd just let him keep going on with like the simulation, because he's been doing well in simulated play. But this is the first game of the series against the Defenders, who are just a couple games behind us, even though they're in the NL. Just a few games difference in terms of win-loss percentage. Average and ERA, pretty close. We've been a little bit better of a pitching team than the Defenders so far. We are playing at the Porch again on the road. We haven't had too many home games in Salem, but again, I just want to play some marquee matchups against teams that we're not going to see very often. We'll end the season by a lot of our divisional opponents, and we might get a rematch with the Weavers for the division. Morcaldi has hit 1 home run since his 3-homer game last time out, and he's been on the downswing. He's a 36-year-old too. Like, I didn't realize how old some of these guys were. I mean, I knew they were on the older side, but maybe not that old. And you know what? I'm going to give Castro the start over Navarro just to get him some playing time. Navarro, again, batting 196. Here's who we're going up against. Adrian Mascara, 6.34 ERA, a whip of 1.76. Had a rough season so far. Taylor with a full count to lead off the game. Fouls that one away. Mascara with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, though, so he might be effective if he can blow it by us, I guess. Curveball, top corner of the zone, good pitch. So here's Sato. Haven't batted with him so far this year, batting 262 currently. Sato's a pretty big boy out there in right field. A little bit on the chonky side, 3-1 hitters count. Chase the fastball up the ladder. That's what I mean, that fastball is going to keep us on our toes with the velocity. Full count to Sato. Curveball left up in the middle of the plate, and Sato's going to rip that one into the right field wall for a double. There's a batter number 2 getting a perfect already. We'll see what the StatCast velo on the exit was. 113, okay. Cervantes on another cold streak, but still kind of keeping along that 250 to 260 batting average mark. Has 12 home runs on the season, but again does better against lefties most of the time. McBride on deck, 3-1 count. Cervantes went with the pitch, but right to the second baseman. McBride looking for his 10th home run of the season, but that average is doing fairly well. This hit right here to drive in the run would bring him up above 300. Curveball, called a ball. Now up to a full count, another breaking pitch outside. They're attacking him out there for now. Late on the fastball. Again on the outside portion, so we went for that top corner. It was a little bit down the middle. Oh, there's McBride. That's what we're looking for, that fastball low and inside. Gone. 440 the distance on that one. 105 exit velocity. We love hitting home runs with McBride. And also Morcaldi. Morcaldi will be towards the latter half of the lineup. There's another look at the rip by McBride. Early 2-0 lead for the Phantoms on the full count offering. Now Campillo with a grounder. Another low fastball, but this one a bit more on the outside portion of the plate. We can't pull that one very effectively. So we'll settle for the 2 runs. McBride drives in the runner from third, but then again, all the runs count when it goes over the fence. A look at Lou Reyes' stats again. 40 strikeouts in 93 innings. So definitely not a strikeout pitcher, a pitch to contact sort of guy, but great ERA. Whip is, you know, pretty decent as well. Just getting those batters off of balance more than anything. And again, he lost his first start of the season, so he has gone 12-1 since then. And that one loss he had earlier, I don't know how the second loss happened. There's a strikeout right on the corner. Good job by Reyes. Aren't going to see too many of those strikeouts as the game progresses, but look at the placement on this one on the replay. That is like an unhittable curveball right there. But yeah, as I was saying, the first loss that Reyes had, he gave up 1 run, maybe 2, I forget, but quality start. Can't fault him for that one. And I know wins are kind of a team stat and don't mean too much in today's MLB, but I mean, you saw the ERA and the whip. Like, that's a very good pitching performance to this point in the season. Castro throws to first for the out. Just some good pitches on the lower corner, like right here. We had the changeup and the curveball. Changeup resulted in a weak grounder. We might get more strikeouts as we're using Reyes too, just because his fastball is 96 miles an hour, and you know, sometimes the computer just can't catch up sometimes when you're playing the live game. But there's a look at Reyes' stats again. Again, K per 9, very lacking compared to everything else. The break is the highest thing that he owns, but everything else is just a little bit above average, and it's all just been coming together this season. Curveball, batter stays with it, a bit inside, but he's able to center it out for a line drive for a base hit. Curveball did find a little bit too much of the zone upon second glance. 1-2 count to the next batter though. That one's down the line. It's going to stay fair. Sato is going to wait for it to bounce off the wall. Runner's being waved around from third. We got him at home plate. And Columbus sends their runner a bit too aggressively. They would have had 2 runners on second and third with 2 outs, but instead, nothing doing for that. Cordova will lead off the second, so Salem escapes the first inning after a quick first 2 outs. Defenders were able to almost put something together there. Here is Morcaldi Last game we played with him live, it was earlier in the month, but he had 3 home runs out to right field. He just loves those fastballs kind of high up in the zone. One was a cement mixer slider, now that I remember. Anything he can kind of loop in the air with it being up here, especially that, see that hot zone right there? He loves that high middle cut pitch. That was about what we were looking for, a bit out of the zone though, and it's a weak line drive to the right fielder. Cabrera with 2 away, the 8-hole hitter, batting .245 so far this season. I believe we had a big home run with Cabrera early in the season, one of our first episodes, and that's been his only home run to this point. Definitely not a power hitter though. He does have a hitter's count here, 3-1. He launches one out to left field, but not too much power on it. No wind today, and that's out to the left fielder for out number 3. 5, 6, and 7 for the defenders. Reyes pumps in a fastball. Bit down the middle, but taken for a strike. There we go. There's the overpowering fastball. He looked at the first one, and then timing was not there for the second. Already his second strikeout of the game. Phantom's on pace for about 50 wins prior to the All-Star break. Got some speed on the bases after that last base hit by the defenders. Changeup not called. Curveball can't find the corner like it did in the first inning, but close. Good take by the batter. Full count now. Fastball, Reyes left it down the middle. Batter was late, and that's a lazy fly to Taylor at center. Runner is going. Reyes got a glove on that one. If he didn't, then second baseman was following the runner. Would have been a lazy ground ball into the outfield, but thankfully ends the inning. Eloy Casto making the start at second base. He's not batting very well so far this year either, but takes ball 4 for the walk here to start off the third. Now it's back to Taylor at the top of the order. Taylor again started the first few weeks of the season down below 200, has worked his batting average all the way up to 291 since then. From what we've used with him, he's been having a lot of sharp line drive type hits. Barrels up for those line drives. 3-1 count here. Now the curveball. Ooh, good mix. Gets Taylor for the first out. Sato with a double last time out. Can he replicate it this time? Curveball nearly got the bottom corner, and it's a 3-1 count to Sato. Fastball. Why am I running with the guy at first? It's going to die out before the warning track in center. So Sato knocks it to the furthest part of the ballpark, but not enough for the home run. And it'll be up to Cervantes to keep the inning alive. Another 3-1 hitters count. We haven't been able to do anything with that count the last 2 guys. 3-1 again to Cervantes. And that one's not even close. So now McBride with a chance to maybe launch another one into the seats. Hit a 2-run home run his first time out. That put his batting average above 300. Fastball, he's late on it. Hits it the other way. Not enough steam. Gets caught by the right fielder to end the third. 2-2 to Reyes. We'll try that 12-6. Outside again. There's his 3rd strikeout of the game. So averaging 1 strikeout per inning. I said right before the game that he's averaging less than 1 strikeout every 2 innings so far in the season. That one out to Taylor. His speed is able to catch up for out number 2. Splitter inside on the hands, grounded out to Cabrera, and there's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Phantoms to end the third. Campillo will lead off the 4th. Mascara already 62 pitches to this point. I think he had like 30 in the first inning. So we've been making him work. A lot of full count or 3-ball count opportunities. Just haven't capitalized on a couple of them. That one we're early on, but there's that fastball low middle part of the zone that I love jumping on top of. Good slider, caught the corner. Cordova takes the slider out to center field. No wind though. Dies out on the warning track again. So that's 2 kind of deep flies near the warning track in center field. Does not result in a home run. I'm expecting to almost hit a home run with Morcaldi every time he comes up to bat now, even though I know that's not very plausible. I mean, again, here are his stats. 55 power versus righties, 41 versus lefties. Like, he's not supposed to hit this many home runs. Ooh, and there's a curveball. Dropped at the last moment. Throw on to first for the final out of the 4th inning. 3, 4, and 5, though, for the defenders. They're going to make some noise. This is the inning to do it. Casto, not quick enough to get that one. It's too far up the middle. And the leadoff base runner on for Columbus. Starting to make Reyes work a bit. A few full counts to start off the 4th inning, and that one's fouled away. So this will be pitch number 7 upcoming. 94 power for Carvajal. Want to see if we can keep it outside. Or just power the fastball down the middle. That works too, I guess. Strikeout number 4 for Reyes. And now a grounder to Cabrera. This will end the 4th inning. Reyes with 4 scoreless innings to start off the game. He's excited. 8-9-1 to lead off the 5th. It will be Rich Cabrera first off. Down the third baseline, but didn't catch all of that curveball. Lazy grounded to third for the out. Casto batting 158, but a 480 OPS that we just saw a second ago. Shortstop by trade, playing second base today for this game. Another grounder to third. That one had a little bit more speed on it, but right at the third baseman for out number 2. Taylor with 2 strikeouts so far today. We got him on the curveball last time out, I believe. There's a changeup. This really can't connect with Taylor today, but all it takes is 1 pitch left up in the zone. Or that one. His speed nearly got him there, but good play by the shortstop for the out. Reyes back to work. Pumps in a fastball for strike number 1. Looking for his 5th strikeout of the game so far. Morcaldi, strong throw, gets the fast-running defender for the out. 96-mile-an-hour throw by Morcaldi. Man, he's pretty good in the field, too. I like him. The wily veteran, 36 years old. Can hit more than just home runs. Cervantes, the diamond fielder, will take this one from Reyes, the pitcher. Out number 2. Reyes looks like he could make it into the 7th inning if we wanted. That one's past Cervantes. Oh, it hugs the wall. This could be a double opportunity. Sato from right field will throw him out at second. Nicely done. Yeah, that one hugged the wall just enough where it kind of killed the ball's speed a bit from hitting against the rubber, like the padding against the wall. And the defenders, even though they have 5 hits, have no runs to show for it. Some aggressive base running has really done them in so far today. Meanwhile, we only have 2 hits, and it's the 6th inning now. Middle part of the order coming up. Hopefully we can get the bats working. Get some insurance. Sato with 1 of the 2 hits so far today. Then was hit in by McBride with the home run. Those have been the only 2 hits so far. And he'll take ball 4. So a base runner is a base runner at least. Now Cervantes with the full count. I might try stealing with Sato just to kind of get some things going in motion. Cervantes tried going the other way, but got too much on it. Lofts it out to right. McBride, a home run so far. Mascara trending towards 100 pitches after that first inning home run he let up. Has put up 0 since then. McBride was a bit off with the changeup. Is it going to matter anyway? It's gone. McBride torches Mascara again for his second 2-run homer of the day. Number 11 on the season. And that'll bring the Phantoms lead to 4-0. I mean, I wasn't quite on top of it with the PCI, but if you leave a changeup up there to a good power hitter against righties, I mean, that's the end result that you're likely going to get. So that'll do it for Mascara. Nearly made it through 6 innings, but some 2-out homers by McBride in 2 different innings will be the 4 earned runs that he leaves with today. Actually, no, there was only 1 out in the inning so far. So I digress. He went 5 1/3, but again, the 2 home runs to McBride were really his only mistakes of the day so far. And now it'll be up to the bullpen for the defenders to keep them in the game. It's a 4-run deficit, not crazy high, especially with some of the miscues they've had so far this game. Cordova to third will end the 6th inning for the Phantoms, but they do get 2 runs on the board to extend their lead to 4-0. Randall McBride has been the entire offense to this point. 2 2-run homers to this point in the game, and he'll have a chance for a 3-home run game, maybe in the 8th or 9th inning. 9-1-2 for the defenders, again looking to get something on the board this inning. Tagged foul by the 9-hole hitter, Junior Hernandez. They are working the counts though, or at least that's the counts that we've been starting with. Morcaldi. Oh, he knocked it down, but won't be able to make the throw. Batter with a little bit of speed out of the box. Another 3-1 count for the defenders. Early on the changeup, we went with the changeup on 3-1. Now we'll go back to the splitter, see if he just beats something into the ground to the second baseman. Or he'll strike out. Reyes with another K. There's the steal attempt by the defenders. This will be their first base running success of the day. A stolen base by Hernandez will get a runner into scoring position. They're just looking to get something on the board at this point, I suppose. Fly ball behind second base. Sato is going to call off the infielder just to have the strong throw to third just in case. 6 hits, no runs so far though for Columbus. Change up out to Casto. Liner right into his glove, and Reyes will go 6 innings strong with no runs. We'll start him in the 7th and go from there. Bullpen is rested though, so we've been using Denson a lot. We'll go to Chuck Bauer though for this one, if we need him. Morcaldi will start off the 7th, 0 for 2 so far, but has had some solid hits so far, or contact. That one is going to find the grass before the right fielder can get there, so not quite a tape measure home run like he had last game, but there we go. He's able to pull it. Good pull hitter. I'll think about the hit and run here on the full count, but then again, it's our weak contact guys at the bottom of the order. And there's a double play ball. Casto looking to keep things alive here in the 7th inning. Went with the curveball on the 2-2 count. Too close for comfort, but out to the second baseman for out number 3. I guess all of our runs are going to come on homers today by McBride as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Reyes now in the yellow for energy, reaching close to pitch number 90. And I think that will do it for the day. Gives up a home run to right field to begin the 7th inning. That was the 4-hole hitter, Carvajal, who has power to burn though. So that'll do it for Reyes. His lone mistake of the game in terms of runs allowed. Has given up a bit of contact to this point. Now it'll be up to the bullpen to maintain that 3-run lead as we reach the late stages of this game. Bauer, so far a strong year. ERA right around the league average, but good strikeout numbers, low batting average for the opponents against him. 3-2 count to the 5-hole hitter. Casto, off balance, makes the throw. The 2-2 from Bauer. Can't get the inside corner. Go back to the outside corner with that 2-seamer. Another one over to Casto at second. Oh, wow. He went with the slider the other way. And for the second time of the inning, the defenders go deep. Fox with a home run. His 11th of the year, I think. Went the other way, 375. Okay, yeah, that slider was well down the middle of the plate. But still impressive to push it the other way. Starting to bend a bit here in the late innings, but not break yet, as there's a pop out to Cervantes. The defenders get 2 runs on the board in the 7th, but we still maintain a 2-run lead going into the 8th. We'll warm up Estrada here for the 8th inning. Then we'll go to Lawson to close out if necessary. Ricky Taylor, so we'll have the start of the lineup here to begin the 8th. Full count offering. Can't quite get that fastball high in the zone. Challenge pitch. Here's Sato with a double and a walk to this point. Scored 2 of our runs. Twice now he's been hit in by McBride. He gets a hold of one, though, to right field. Oh, tumbles near the wall. So he's had a fly out to deep center and one right up against the wall in right field. Sato's been having a good day. Not quite the end result he is looking for, but made the fans hold their breath for a second. Cervantes knocked down by the third baseman. I don't think he's going to get there with his speed. No. All right, so we'll have McBride to lead off the 9th. Maybe get his 3rd home run of the day. Here is Estrada, one of our most effective pitchers in the simulated play to this point. ERA just below 3. Maybe a little bit more of a successful season compared to Bauer, although Estrada is one of the middle relievers. Doesn't have that setup role as of yet. Changeup gets the bottom of the zone. The batter thought about it. Called strike 3 regardless. Estrada facing 9-1-2, which means 3-4-5 if we get the 1-2-3. We'll start off the 9th, so no easy task for Lawson out of the closing role. Although Estrada's not had to throw many pitches. We might just be able to leave him in there. It said he had 99 career saves just a moment ago, so maybe we leave him in there to get to the milestone. With the lack of pitches he's throwing to this point. Maybe bring in Lawson in case he gets in any trouble. There's pitch number 9. We'll end the inning. Last ups for the Phantoms before the bottom of the 9th, and smartly they bring in a left-handed reliever to face McBride. If he can get a 3rd home run of the game off a lefty, I mean, didn't square it up though. No 3-homer game this time. We had one last game by Morcaldi, a 2-homer game by McBride. Unless this goes to extras. I sure hope it doesn't. Fastball taken. And Cordova with 2 away in the 9th. The defenders have kind of kept us at bay with the exception of those 2 home runs. So one of our least offensive showings of the year. Just a good performance by McBride to this point. Chase that breaking pitch in the bottom half of the zone. And that'll do it for the top of the 9th. Columbus scored 2 in the 7th, and now they're looking to tie the ball game here in the 9th. 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Carvajal with a home run already. I'll start off with Estrada since he had a quick inning. And again, see if he can get that milestone. But if he gives up a run, Lawson is waiting in the wings. There is a changeup that the batter was late on. Out to left field for out number 1. Trying to kind of go outside, although he pulled that one. Had some home run potential. Can we tie him up with a slider inside? Hopefully don't hang it. Good placement, fouls it off early on it. So he's expecting a fastball. Maybe we go back to the changeup here on the 2-2 count. Got that bottom corner, but he's able to get a piece. Another 2-2. He reached for it. Cervantes, the relay to the pitcher. Strong throw for out number 2, and we're 1 out away from closing this one up. Villarreal will try and keep this one alive. 280 average to this point in the season. 2-1 counts. We can't walk him here, though. We have to challenge him if possible. 2-2 count. We're going with the 2-seamer inside to close this one up. Fouled away by Villarreal. Nice pitch. We'll try with the 4-seamer inside now. Belted deep. Cordova's back, and it's going to die at the warning track for the final out of the game. Columbus, too little, too late. Made a little bit of noise in the last few innings, but we were able to hold the lead on this one. McBride was our entire offense again. 4 runs. I think that's the least we've scored with one of the user-controlled games. So a little bit of a lower offensive showing this one, 4-2, but the pitching, Reyes gets the win. Win number 13 on the season. Let's get a look again at McBride's first home run of the game. That one was a no-doubt shot over 420 feet. Oh yeah, a few base running miscues by the defenders as well. That could have led to a few more runs on the board. So again, a win over the defenders. Before we end today's episode, I just want to go over the All-Star voting and everything, since that will be the next episode, the All-Star game and festivities. Lou Reyes is not one of the 3 runners in the Cy Young voting campaign so far, but is the top pitcher in the American League at starting pitcher. 13-2, 236 ERA, leads the starting pitcher vote by 7,000 votes, just ahead of Sam Johnston for the Astronauts. Looking at some of the other races, Lawson, I mean, they pick a lot of closing pitchers sometimes, but he's kind of far down there. I think he's 9th in voting. McBride might make it in as a catcher. He's 2nd in voting. The home runs have really helped him out. 51 RBIs, 301 batting average. And from there, not a lot of players who are in the All-Star vote conversation. I mean, maybe Ricky Taylor. We have some kind of solid guys there, though. Johnny Mitchell with 24 home runs for the Pioneers. Wow, that's pretty good for a center fielder. So Taylor, 5th in the center field voting. I think if we have any guys making the All-Star game, it's going to be McBride as the backup catcher, it looks to this point. And then we might have Reyes start off the game, which would be cool. We take a look at the home run leaders, though, and nobody who might participate in the home run derby. I mean, I think our top guy has 11 with McBride, and this is just the AL. Like, you have these 4 guys with the 20s, and then you have a few more guys in the NL. Like, home run derby's probably not happening. But yeah, next week's episode, we'll be playing the All-Star game, maybe the home run derby, maybe making a few trades and other transactions as well to set us up for the rest of the season. And then after that, I'm eyeing either a matchup at home with the Savannah Giraffes or this Houston Astronauts matchup at the end of July. So that will be the plan for the next 2 episodes. We'll do the All-Star game break, some transactions, and then probably play one of these series here at the end of July. But again, thanks for watching the Salem Phantoms franchise. Signing off for now, this is Kasabe. We'll see you next time.